So welcome back, guys, to another episode. And I think there's some fun conversations we planned for you, Alan, today.
Yeah, nice. I'm looking forward.
He's like, we have nothing planned. We're just gonna...
So I know it's a cliche question. I'll probably be the guy who's asking the cliche questions. But how did Alan Walker become Alan Walker? Like, what's your origin story? You know, every superhero has one. What was yours?
I was born and my parents named me Alan Walker.
Nice. That's a good start. And then?
So when did you get your powers?
My full name is actually Alan Olav Walker, but when I started making music, I went under the artist name candid. But then I thought like I asked like people in my in the community that I was part of on Facebook, like a music producer community, and then this also is candid like kind of like a childish name. Because I was like, oh, what should I change my name to? Like, should I do like DJ Walker or something else, or Al Walker, use my real name? Majority just said like, yeah, just go with your real name. And then I changed my name, and then I put out the song Fade, and pretty much that's when everything took like a 360, and I got to work with music on a full-time schedule.
It's going to be a lot more difficult for people to find you with your mask on.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's true.
When but a mask mandate came, then the mask had like its like reverse effect on me. That's when people started recognizing me.
Oh, that's very interesting.
So I got into a store, and then a lady, like the cashier, she was like, you know what? You're the only person I recognize with a mask on, you know?
I mean, see, so you were doing it way before the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You kind of started a trend. But everyone else is like, when are we going to take the mask off? You're like, when will everyone else put a mask on?
But tell us, how's it been? You know, how's the lockdown, pandemic, and the entire experience of, you know, these past 2 years? How has it been for you?
A lot of gaming. But yeah, no, like I've been spending a lot of time gaming. But like the lockdown and all that it was long awaited, I would say. Like it was more like a break that you didn't really know you needed.
Right.
So in that matter, it was really nice, and so I took advantage of it, made more music, and also gamed a ton. So
nice. Do you think the lockdown allowed you to like spend more time, obviously gaming, yes, but just like spend more time in your studio, focusing on making more music?
yeah, because the year 2021, like 2020 was really quiet musically for me, because we didn't really put out much music, but then 2021 was like the year we started pushing out more and more songs, because we have spent the entire year just working and preparing.
When you say gaming, what games were you mostly playing?
During the lockdown, like the game that me and my friends have mainly been playing is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Nice.
2019, so, and a little bit of Warzone.
Play a bit of Warzone?
Yeah, like I've been doing like mainly Warzone and Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is for search and destroy. So.
And did you get any streaming done, or was it mostly just with friends?
Mainly all was just with friends, but we did try some streams with. Look at that for me in the other question.
It's interesting that you said, you know, you were gaming during these times, because that was the way a lot of the people were interacting, you know, because times were so difficult. You were, you know, locked away in the confine of your home, and gaming was a thing to kind of experience and escape in that space, you know. So it's nice that you were connecting as well, because most of the people here were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I was always curious to know that, you know, when you game and then, you know, you kind of approach your music, do you see like kind of a same energy or the same vibe, because it's so closely associated as an entertainment form?
For me, like music and gaming has always been like a natural like combination. Like I started releasing my music on a music label called No Corporate Sounds, which like mainly gave music for gamers and content creators.
And then you had gamers like me that used it for our gaming intros. So my channel for the longest time had one of yours. I think it was Spectre.
Spectre, yes.
That was my gaming channel intro for like 2 years.
Yeah, that led to me to kind of connect more with the gaming community, gaming world, and then I just tried to kind of build more of my career on that as well. So,
We just joke about this IP that we're building, you know, which is like the experience of Tomorrowland meets like a DreamHack kind of a vibe, where you play video games and you enjoy the music experience all in one kind of a space. And it's like a gamer's paradise, right? Nothing has been built that kind of a level, but we just, you know, float around with that idea, and we're like, someday we want to build that experience, because that will unite these two, you know, kind of target audiences in a way where people have so much, you know, inclination towards music and gaming, and you bring them together. It's like you're talking to like-minded people sharing the same experience over a game and music.
Yeah, I think that's one thing growing up. What we did a lot is while playing games, you're listening to music.
Yeah.
So it's whether it was a really cool track in the game or it was just listening to our own playlist while muting out the game audio.
Yeah.
So I think music has always been a part of our gaming culture.
yeah, because that's what I noticed is like a lot of people just put on music and then game, but at the same time, so just have it blasting in.
And now when you see even like on Spotify, Apple Music, most of the gaming playlists have a lot of your songs coming in. So
nice, sick.
I'm loving the vlogs, by the way, just to take the conversation a little ahead.
you should give him credit for that as
Yeah,
well.
I'm really like, you know, so nice to see you more in that candid way, you know, talking, you know, just like any other person. It's very relatable.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration for your first vlog? How did that start?
And me and Mohammed, we were sitting at a bar in Germany, and I think we were just discussing
Whoa, I
like.
totally forgot about that.
That we were just sitting there, like drinking and figuring out, like oh, we should do something with a YouTube channel, but we don't know what, because we felt like there was such a big disconnect from like the artist Alan Walker and private person Alan Walker, and we wanted to kind of wanted to make the YouTube channel more like give it more of a personality, no matter, because it's so easy to kind of like lose connection with the fact that it's like, oh, it's a person, you know, like a huge like company, brand or whatever on YouTube, and kind of like get that misconception. So we had tried to kind of like figure out like a way that could kind of like make people more connected to the person that I am, and the idea we came up with was vlogs, but then we needed to figure out like, okay, what should we call the vlogs? Like, we should come up with a creative name, like a name that would relate to Alan Walker and all that. And then I don't know, we had a bunch of like silly name ideas, but then I came up with the idea Unmasked.
Nice.
And the idea was more like that if you call it Unmasked, then we can just kind of like make it like it's more like a documentary vibe, and like it shows like what happens on tour, everything we're doing, everything behind the scenes, so it doesn't have to be as official as everything else that we're doing. So it kind of like it was like a small loophole that we came up with, and then it was just a matter of like executing it correctly.
But the most important part about this vlog is to actually see an artist at the level of Alan actually being able to connect with his fans, not just through a music piece or a super planned out big music video, but more like Alan is literally reading the comments every time we do the vlogs, and we try to implement those stuff that people want to see and basically show Alan's real personality, because he's super down to earth, and I don't think a lot of artists actually are that down to earth. So showing that and conveying that, I think, is the most important part of the whole vlog, and that everybody can do what Alan has done.
So that was actually my next question. What's your relationship like with social media? Some people get totally obsessed with it, and others stay completely away, and then their team manages their socials. So where do you stand on that spectrum?
I mean, I use social media every day, and I don't necessarily have like any love or hate relationship with it. I don't know, I use Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, not too much anymore, considering that it was just annoying to use the platform. It's just
like back in the day, you were on Facebook when everyone else was.
Yeah, like I had all my friends on there, but then it just got too much at some point, and then the only place where I have access to my own Facebook account is on my iPad that I never use.
Damn.
Wow.
But in general, on YouTube and everything, you're really good at like actually being in the community.
No, I love the perspective that you know, just shining, that you can really form that connect with the audience. And I think the Unmasked is a great metaphor. You know, you're unmasking not just your personality, the brand, but also the behind the scenes and the entire process. So I love that angle, and I think that's what's connecting to people. And You just need more videos because your personality is so, like it's built over the years.
So
Not
wait,
many
if-
people know your origin story in a way. I think this becomes a great way to kind of be on the journey with you, right?
So if someone was to go and subscribe to your channel right now, what would they see and what can they expect?
Most likely what you would see is well, the new songs, obviously. But then like you would have the chance to kind of like go check out different content, like for example other vlogs, music videos, behind the scenes of the music videos, how they were made, like projects that we've done alongside with the fans and followers.
Okay, and what do you have planned for your vlogs?
For my vlogs, just keep taking people behind the scenes, I would say, and on whatever journey we're going on. Like for example, we're filming now, so at some point there will most likely be a India vlog coming out. We're just in South America, we filmed that, and that's coming out very soon. I guess it's in its final like editing stages. Holy moly, that's a lot of pigeons.
Yeah, oh wait, I'm glad you didn't say that's a lot of people.
Last time I was here, I stayed over here in that hotel over there.
Oh, nice.
How's Land's End? Okay.
Not last time, but the last time before that.
Okay, last time before.
Couple of times ago. You've been here quite a few times, right? So what's your experience been like overall in India, since this is now, I believe, your 6th visit to India?
It's always been fun. Like I always had a blast. But usually, like when we come here, like we don't have much time. Like I always had a great time. But and then the only thing is that like we haven't had much time to go out exploring. Like for example, some other time ago, then we went out with a tuk-tuk. I got like a local outfit. We went to Taj Mahal. All in all, that was a great experience, because then I felt like we actually got to see India for once, instead of like always coming in, do the concert and get out. It's like a whole new point of view, I would say.
Nice. So I believe you were going to come in just for the show and then perform and then leave, so it must be hectic, especially since it's in different cities.
Yeah.
So you probably don't get any time to go out and actually see the place.
Yeah.
Thankfully, not this time.
Thankfully not. Like sometimes like we're trying to kind of like stay another day, like some places, or in this matter like we came in a day early, and then we're just taking like full advantage of that, shoot some content, get things done.
So what else do you have planned?
Well, full on promo day today. I pretty much like apparently gonna go and taste some Indian food.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you like Indian food?
Yeah, I do like Indian food, but not when it gets too spicy.
Okay.
I'm very weak when it comes to spicy food.
So what is your favorite food? I know it's pretty like generic, but what kind of food do you actually like?
If I were to pick, I would like be pizza, tacos, burgers, whatever.
So the perfect gaming food.
Yeah.
yes, it's like the perfect gaming diet.
What about ramen?
What?
Big ramen fan?
Yeah, like sometimes me and my friends like we would go out and actually have that, but like because we're used to like we tend to kind of go out and like just try a variety of food, like we find like a place in my hometown Bergen.
What was the first game you ever played, and how did that kind of shape your imagination in a way?
That's a good question. I have no idea. But yeah, but I don't think that was my first game I ever played.
But you have played RuneScape?
Yeah, I played RuneScape when I was young, and I still play it. And I still play it today. I have a vivid memory of that. Like a long time ago, we had a GameCube, and we were playing mainly like the game Bomberman. I know, like because me and my brother and my sister we loved playing that game.
So I'm actually going to take that question and twist it around a bit. What was your first experience when you first made music?
My first experience when I first made music, it wasn't good.
So then what made you try it a second time?
When I started off, before making music, I started off with graphic design, and then I did web development as well. And this is like when I was still like really young, and like no plans for the future whatsoever. I started with that, and then I came across like a music producer on YouTube by the name DDNS, and I was like, oh, how do you make your music? Because it sounds cool. And then he just explained to me, oh, I'm using this software, just watch some tutorials and you can do it. So that's pretty much how I got started, and then I just started experimenting with it, and started creating different songs, putting them out like every day. And what I figured was that like it wasn't just something that I like to do a little bit, but I really enjoyed just putting together the melodies and the songs and putting them out there for people to listen to.
Oh wow.
That's an amazing story. That's our time. You're watching the #1 podcast for gamers. Do subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the first episode.
Go to tell a selfie.
Oh yeah, we should take one.
Selfie with a gang.